Hi everyone. I just wanted to come on here for just a few moments to talk about what God really did for me through my mission trip to Costa Rica over the summer, as well as why I'm so excited for Honduras this January. So to start with, a little bit of background information. I went on my second mission trip this past summer to Costa Rica, and before going on the trip, I was in one of the deepest valleys of my life I've ever been in. I was heavily depressed. I had been depressed before when I was about 13, 14 years old, but I hadn't been depressed since then. And this time when I had gotten depressed, it, one, lasted longer, two, it was worse, and thirdly, I also had anxiety with it. So I was having depressive episodes as well as panic attacks almost regularly, and it was really taking a toll on me. And because of that, before even going to Costa Rica, I really started thinking and questioning if I should go, because I felt like spiritually I was here in comparison to my team who was going to Costa Rica with me. I felt like they were here and I was here. Thankfully, I still decided to go because it was a commitment I made, and my mom and dad have always taught me to stay with your commitments. If you say you're going to do something, you should do it. If you make a commitment to do something, you should follow through with it. So I went to Costa Rica, and I am so happy that I went, because it was definitely one of the most life-changing experiences I've ever had. So when I went to Costa Rica, first of all, my team was absolutely amazing. Every single person on my team taught me so much, and they really showed me what living out the word was like. And they made me feel included. They didn't make me feel like, yes, I was the youngest person there, but they didn't make me feel inferior in any way. And just serving people just truly healed me. Whether it was helping our medical professionals set up for clinics, or carrying stuff back, or whether it was just talking to people, whether it was playing games with the kids, teaching them about Jesus, as I said, praying for people during services, or even something as small as just sharpening colored pencils for the kids for VBS. I enjoyed every single moment I had there, and I truly started to feel a shift in my heart during that trip. God really was showing me that I don't have to be perfect. I'm not worthy, not on my own. None of us are worthy on our own, but only through Jesus and what he did for us on the cross can we be made worthy through him. So God truly showed me that you don't have to be this overly spiritual person. You don't have to be this person who's just known to, I don't know, whatever picture it is of yourself or others that you're thinking of where you feel, well, I'm not that, God. That doesn't matter. God used me. I was in the deepest valley, the deepest pit of depression and anxiety I have ever been in my life, to the point where I was having thoughts about and questioning the value of my life. But God used me in that season. He brought me to Costa Rica and he healed me. So one of the biggest things I learned is that you're not perfect. No one's perfect. And that God will use you wherever you are. All you have to do is just let him use you and take those steps. When he says go, just go. So when I came back to the States, I felt so restored. I felt like there was like the spirit of depression that was just clawing into my back. I felt like it wasn't there anymore. I was still having a little bit of problems every now and then, but as of August, I told my parents about what was truly going on behind the curtains, and I have been cured of depression since. And the only person, not even person, the only reason of that is because of God. He has cured me. I Personally, I'm not against this. I'm not saying I'm against this, but personally, I didn't go to counseling. I wasn't put on any type of medicine, but only God himself cured me. And yes, I still go through periods and seasons where I get a little in my feelings sometimes, but it has been amazing. And the best way I can describe it is that we all go through valleys in our life, but when I was going through my valley, it's kind of like if you've ever read The Pilgrim's Progress. It's an awesome book. If you haven't read it, I recommend it. But in that book, there's a chapter where the pilgrim is going through the shadow of the valley of death. And I felt like the whole year of 2025 was like that. This 2025 has genuinely been the worst year of my life. But it has also been the year where I have never been so close to God since this year. I have spiritually grown so much in God through this season. So the best example I like to say is that just like in the Pilgrim's Progress, when he's going through the valley, I felt like in the beginning of my valley, when I was walking through, I was holding on to God. You know, it wasn't that deep. It wasn't that hard. So I was confident in God. God's got me. I'm good. I'm holding on to his arm as I'm walking through this valley. And then instead of staying reliant on him, when I started not being able to see my feet, right? Because it's just that dark in the valley. I couldn't see my feet. So I started freaking out. And I'm like, Jesus, what's going on? I can't see. I can't even see you, Jesus. I can only feel you. And instead of relying on Jesus and staying in him, I decided to sit down. Instead of letting him walk me through this and just continuing to go through the process, I decided to try to control things in my own power, my own way. And I decided, and this is how I like to imagine it and explain it to people, I decided to sit down, crisscross applesauce, and turn away from Jesus. And instead of Jesus walking away, instead of him leaving me, instead of him getting upset because I'm not listening, he sat there. He pulled a seat. He sat next to me and said, okay, Sarah, if you're going to sit here, I'm going to sit here with you. And when you're ready, we can get up and we can walk through this valley together. So yes, 2025 has been one of the worst years of my life. But I have never been this close to God. And I also have never been this happy now. So Costa Rica, going through that, truly restored me. And truly opened my eyes up to God and what he has for me. So God has put it in my heart this January to go on my third mission trip to Honduras, and I am so excited for it. Anywhere that God is telling me to go, I will go, whether it's here in the States, in South Carolina, whether it's across the states, or whether it's overseas. Wherever God may call me, wherever my feet may fall, I will spread the name of Jesus, and I will spread his love to anyone and everyone who will listen to me. So if you would like to give financially, I would appreciate that greatly. Any amount helps. I'm not asking for you to give hundreds of dollars because I don't expect that. And even if you can't give financially, please pray for me. Intentional prayer. Because I would appreciate that just as much as the financial giving. Please pray for some of the areas we have. So going to Honduras in January, we're going to have different teams. But we're going to be doing construction, helping a church build. I think it's a building or something. I'm not entirely sure because I'm involved in the children's ministry. So we're also going to have that. Teaching kids about Jesus, showing them Jesus' love, teaching them that Jesus has called them by name and formed them in their mother's womb, stuff like that. We also are going to have a team of medical professionals come with us as well to provide people who might not be able to have access to medicine and medical things. They'll have the opportunity to come to our clinics and be able to have some medical attention that they need. as well as we're going to have sermons, preaching at different churches within Honduras, and praying over people and just doing different things to reach out and just, fellowship with them. So pray for those areas, pray for my team, pray for me, safe travels, that we will be touched by the people, but also that the people would be touched through us by God. That just as a lighthouse shines to lead boats ashore, we want to be a lighthouse to lead people to Jesus. So yeah, and thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate it if you watch through the whole video. It means a lot to me. And hopefully, hearing my testimony and my story gives you a little bit of a glimpse about why I'm so excited and what God's doing through me and my journey. So thank you so much. And yeah, just keep me in your prayers.